Good evening, Vineland High School football fans, and welcome to Thursday Night Football on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. Kyle Bennett here with you on the call, riding solo tonight. Shout out to my typical booth partner, Rich Scarpa. He held it down while I was gone last week. He's got student parent-teacher conferences tonight, back-to-school night going on in his district, so I'm holding it down both on play-by-play and color commentary for you as we are here at Pennsauken High School. I'm on the side of a field by a bunch of gravel and rocks, and we're making it work. Shout out to our entire production team as Vineland receives the opening kickoff, and they'll start this game with possession on offense as the Fighting Clan look to rebound after last Friday night, losing 20-3 on the road to Eastern. A lot to learn from, a lot to grow from, as Coach Guzman and I discussed it all on this week's edition of Guzman's Gridiron, which is available wherever you get your podcasts and, of course, on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Be sure to check that out each and every week to get an inside look at everything going on with Vineland High School this season and beyond. But it will be Elijah Calderon at quarterback for the Fighting Clan here. Sun beaming right in my eyes, but our team has the monitor set up, ready to rock and roll, and so is Elijah Calderon. He takes the snap, hands it off to Charles Clark. Charles Clark loses it, picks it up, and a lot of miscommunication there on that opening play. The Fighting Clan played against Pennsauken here at this stadium last season, where it was a 3-0 win for Vineland. Looking to come out on top once again tonight. It'll be 2nd and 15 following the botched opening play there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a car that needs to be moved in the parking lot. Texas license plate on the gray Chevy, SYH9365. You have to move your car.
And we have whistles already.
Timeout taken by Vineland.
And Vineland already takes a timeout here on the second play of the game.
With 10:59 remaining in the first quarter.
So not the ideal start here for Vineland as they lose 5 on the opening play and have to call a timeout already 1 minute and 1 second into this opening quarter.
6-5. You must move your vehicle. Pennsauken police are requesting that you move your vehicle. Thank you.
Second and 15 from the 15 for Vineland. Calderon in shotgun. And a flag. We'll see if it was Vineland who went early or if there was encroachment from the defense. And it is against the defense, so Vineland catches a break there.
5-yard penalty brings
And they'll get the 5 yards back that they lost on the opening play.
at their own 20.
Now it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 20 rather than 2nd and 15. And we'll see if we can actually get a playoff here. Man in motion, Calderon hands it off. And not much there on the run.
Up the middle. Tackle started by number 5, Cyrus Davis.
Be 3rd down and 9 for Vineland from the 21. A non-traditional vantage point for me tonight, so bear with us as much as possible, but our awesome camera crew and production team making tonight's broadcast happen will have all the angles for you as much as possible throughout tonight's game. 3rd and 9. Calderon takes the snap, rolls out, looking to pass. He fires, and it's out of the reach of the intended receiver. Mark Mutcherson, the intended receiver there. It's be 4th down. As Mutcherson will get set to punt this one away. Gets it away just in time. There was pressure there from Pennsauken. Takes a bounce and takes a favorable Pennsauken bounce. And Pennsauken will set up shop at the Vineland 45, so about half the field to work with here for Pennsauken on this opening drive. $9:50 to go in this opening quarter. Low snap, it's handed off. And a quality gain there for Pennsauken on the 1st down run. Picks up 5, it'll be 2nd and 5 from the 40. Handed off. Another quality run. Picks up 6. And it'll be a 1st down for Pennsauken. First and 10 from the 35 for the hometown team. Man in motion, takes the snap, hands it off to the motion man, and taken down immediately by Noah Cruz. I believe it was Noah Cruz. The PA announcer says it was Mason Afanador, but with our vantage point and the sun right in my eyes, it's tough to tell the difference between the 8 and the 9. Regardless, a big-time hit for the Fighting Clan, and it's 2nd and 14 now for Pennsauken. Looking to pass, he fires. And it's incomplete. So that'll bring up 3rd and 14 now for Pennsauken. Big time down here for the Fighting Clan to try to get possession back here early in this ball game. Looking to pass. Going deep. And it's incomplete, but a flag. If I know referees, they're going to call pass interference here. Which is just a terrible call here. Receiver had the football already by the time contact was truly made. That's going to move the ball up. It's going to be a first down, and Pennsauken keeps their drive alive on an iffy penalty call. First and 10 from the 24. It's handed off. Running back takes it up the gut and into the end zone pretty much unscathed. Goes Randall Blunt for the touchdown. And with 7:19 to go here in this opening quarter, it's 6-0 Pennsauken. And they'll go for the extra point attempt here. And the kick is good. So it's 7-0 here with 7:19 to go in the opening quarter. Vineland trailing Pennsauken. For the first time in about hundreds of days, they're trailing Pennsauken. And where we're currently set up, I have the PA speaker blaring right in my ear and probably right into our microphone. So I do apologize to everybody watching at home if you're picking up on that as well. So it'll be Saquon Anderson and Xavier Diaz back to return the kick here. And looking to get Vineland in much better field position than they had on their first possession. And the offense looking to move the ball much more efficiently than they did on that first drive. And a short kick. And it's Rayon Carter on the return up to midfield. So much better starting field position, a much better kick return. And we'll see if Vineland's offense, with 7:11 to go here in the first quarter, can respond to the opening touchdown by Pennsauken. First and 10 from the 48-yard line. Calderon with Charles Clark in the backfield. Man in motion is Xavier Diaz. Calderon completes the pass, and Carter can't hold on to it. Vineland falls on it. We'll see how they rule this one. It is a fumble. Vineland recovers. Great job by the big dogs up front to fall on that loose football. This will be 2nd and 7. Got to hold on to the football. Talked to Coach Guzman earlier this week. He said attention to detail in this game is going to be imperative in all three phases. Got to be more disciplined with the football. Man in motion. Calderon hands it off to Clark. Finds a little bit of room, makes it a bit more of a manageable third down here. 3rd and 5 for Vineland here. Ball spotted at the 44. They do mark it 3rd and 6, so Clark picked up a yard on that run. Looked like he gained a little bit more, but what do I know from this side of the field? Diaz in motion. Calderon hands it to him. Diaz makes his way upfield. And a great run on the receiver handoff to Xavion Diaz. He comes close to the first down marker. Not exactly sure if he got it. We'll see where they spot it. And it looks like it might be just short. Waiting for that official confirmation on where the ball will be spotted here for Vineland on that 3rd and 6 run by Xavion Diaz. And apparently there's a flag on the play. I didn't see it fly in whatsoever, but that's probably because the sun was in my eyes. This will be 3rd and 8. They're going to redo 3rd down here. Omar Davis in the backfield. Calderon looking to pass. He's firing deep downfield, and it's nearly intercepted by Brahim Brown Jr. An overthrow there from Elijah Calderon. So Vineland will punt again. Mutcherson back to punt. It's a high snap, but Mutcherson corrals it. High punt. Takes a decent Vineland bounce. It'll be spotted at the 28-yard line of Pennsauken here, so after what seemed like a promising drive, a penalty stalls it, and Vineland back-to-back possessions with no score. And Pennsauken takes over with 4:43 remaining in this opening quarter. Sun is finally set behind those trees, so I can see a little bit clearer. First and 10 from the 28 for Pennsauken. Man in motion and whistles. Someone jumped early. Just don't know which side of the ball it was. And it sounds like it's going to be a false start on Pennsauken. So Vineland gets a break there. It'll push Pennsauken back to start this drive. So 1st and 15 now. One's handed off. And not much there for Pennsauken. And that Let's Go Vineland you heard there is the one and only Rob Bono. His son Robbie playing for the Fighting Clan football team this year. Rob Bono, also a member of our Board of Education. Second and 15 here for Pennsauken. And we have more whistles. And a timeout from Pennsauken. They have 2 remaining, as does Vineland. So both teams calling a timeout here in this first quarter. It'll be second and 15 when play resumes from the 23-yard line. 3:53 remaining in this first quarter. Vineland trailing 7-0 after a Randall Blunt touchdown run on Pennsauken's last drive. It's another run by Randall Blunt. Blunt picks up 10. It's be 3rd and 6 from the 32. And nothing there on the pass from Pennsauken, so Vineland holds strong, only allows that 10-yard run. But it'll be 4th and 6 here, and Pennsauken will punt.
Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of famous alumni, welcome to the stadium. From 97.5 The Fanatic, Tyler Johnson.
And they get the punt away. It'll be Xavier Diaz and Mark Mutcherson back. Mutcherson calls for the fair catch. So Vineland will set up shop just shy of midfield. Calderon takes the snap, hands it off. It's Charles Clark on the run, makes his way upfield. A great run from Charles Clark. So good to have Charles back in the lineup for the Fighting Clan. He made his return a couple weeks ago against ACIT. And Vineland now at the Pennsauken 40-yard line. A run to the opposite side there, not much there for George Figueroa III making his return this week. He got banged up a bit in that opening game in week 0 against St. Joe, so good to see him back after missing a couple of weeks. Coach Guzman was very excited about his return and seeing him take that next step this week when I talked to him on Guzman's Gridiron, the official Vineland High School football team coaches show. Definitely check that out wherever you get your podcasts or on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel to watch the show every single week. Mutcherson, the man in motion. Calderon looking to pass. He fires, completes it to Mutcherson. Mutcherson twists around but unable to escape the oncoming defense. So a minimal gain there on the pass, but a 2-yard gain makes it 3rd and 7 for Vineland. Under a minute to go here in this opening quarter. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line. And Vineland looking to tie this ball game up as they trail 7-0 here at Pennsauken. Calderon looking to pass. He fires. It's complete. But not enough for the first down.
Brings up 4th down for Vineland from the 35-yard line.
4th and about 3. And we'll see what Coach Hendricks and Coach Goose decide to do after this first quarter comes to a close. Pennsauken leading 7-0 here after 1. We'll take a short break and be back for the start of second quarter action here on Thursday Night Football on VPS. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And Charles Clark catches that opening pass here of the second quarter. Welcome back, everybody, to Thursday Night Football here on VPS. Kyle Bennett here on the call with you. So we're on the road, the final leg of this 4-game road trip to start the season for the Fighting Clan. And they mark Charles Clark short of the first down marker. So a turnover on downs. Very excited for this team and our broadcast crew to be at home for the first time this season next week. This one's handed off. And a nice stop there by the Vineland defense.
Really hard to bring down R.J. Brown tonight. Headed at the line of scrimmage, but drove that line for 5.
A great stop once again by the Vineland defense. Brings up 3rd and 12. After their field goal last week, Vineland's given up 27 straight points without scoring. Looking to make another stop here on defense. Quarterback rolling out. He's being chased, throws, and it's complete to Vincent Coleman for a first down. And some whistles.
Whistles before the play.
And another early in the quarter timeout for the Fighting Clan. They have 1 remaining here in this first half. They hand this one off. Blunt escapes.
R.J. Brown slipping tackles. 9-yard run.
Picks up 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 now for Pennsauken. Under 10 minutes to go until halftime. They hand it off.
Nice cutback by R.J. there. Picks up the Pennsauken first down.
But Pennsauken picks up a first down. Nice tackle there by Mason Afanador. First and 10 from the 43. They hand it off again to Randall Blunt. Vineland has had issues stopping number 20 so far in this ball game. They're going to have to hone in on the run to, one, get the defense off the field, but two, make sure that Pennsauken doesn't get into the end zone again. Quarterback looking to pass. He fires, and it's deflected and incomplete. Great defense there. And there's an injury on the field. Vineland player down. I believe it's Xavion Diaz who was in there on the defense to make that stop.
Looks like neon night out there. Always something fun going on. Looks like a band is supporting with neon night over there in the corner as well. This year's Pennsauken High School marching band under the direction of PHS alumni Brandon Balicki. Oh, it's not neon night. I've just been informed it is construction night. It's always amazing. I get both Billy and my wife telling me it's construction night. I have to play some YMCA later.
Third and 6 here. And Pennsauken picks up the first down. Vineland has no answers right now for Randall Blunt. He goes from the 39-yard line down to the 21. An 18-yard run on third down. And it's Blunt again, and he coughs up the football, but it's recovered in the end zone by Pennsauken, and that'll be a touchdown. Just unfortunate timing there. And nobody around to pick up the football, and just like that, it's 13-0 Pennsauken. Ball snap, kick is spotted, it's up, and it's no good. So it's 7:21 remaining here until halftime. It's 13-0 Pennsauken. Vineland has had no answers for junior running back Randall Blunt on the Pennsauken offense. He's done the heavy lifting for the home team here.
I think it was 53 Keo Padilla.
see where Vineland's return team can set them up field position-wise to try to get on the board for the first time since they led 3-0 last Friday night at Eastern. And a squib kick. It will be returned by Xavion Diaz. He brings it up past the 40, up past midfield, makes a cut, dodges the defender, brings it up past the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Just shy of the 10-yard line goes Xavion Diaz. He's down at about the 11-yard line. We'll see where they actually spot it. But once again, this special teams unit, in particular the return men, have put Vineland in phenomenal position to score week in and week out to start this season. And that includes a return all the way to the 13-yard line by Xavion Diaz. And I can hear Rich Scarpa whistling now. It might be Omar time if they can get close enough. We'll see what Vineland opens up this drive with, but a phenomenal return by Xavion Diaz. He was 13 yards shy, bringing it to the house. Charles Clark, in the backfield with Calderon. Man in motion is Temple. It's handed off to Charles Clark. Charles Clark reverses field, cuts up, and Charles Clark is down. And they rule it a touchdown. Charles Clark in the end zone for Vineland. And the Fighting Clan on the board for the first time since last Friday when they were up 3-0 at Eastern. They get back in the end zone and cut Pennsauken's lead down to 13-6 with 6:57 remaining here until halftime. Finally, we'll go for the extra point here. And a flag. And it's a false start on Vineland, so that'll push Vineland back. And we'll see what Coach Guzman decides to do here. They'll keep the kicking team out there. Ball snapped, spotted, up, and good. So with 6:57 remaining, Vineland down by 6. It's 13-7. First time in the last two matchups between these teams that either team has scored a touchdown. And that touchdown has brought the Vineland faithful back to life here. As there's some juice and some energy on this Vineland sideline. Morello will kick this one away. And a reminder, Vineland started the game with the ball, so they'll kick off to start the second half as well. A big-time drive coming up for this Vineland defense to keep this as a one-possession game. Morello with a great kick, bringing the boom, and it's off the chest of the return man. He recovers. But Vineland lays the boom. And that is number 42 for the Fighting Clan, making that big-time hit there. Ball will be spotted at the 37-yard line. Handed off to Blunt, and Vineland's all over it. Second and 8 for Pennsauken. They hand it off once again. And great job by the Vineland defense to be all over it. So 3rd and 10 from the 37 here. Looking to pass, he rolls, does the quarterback. Saw pressure as he threw. And it's incomplete, so a great defensive stand there for the Fighting Clan. And with 5:14 to go until halftime, Pennsauken will punt. High end over end punt. And it is scooped up by Xavion Diaz. Not much there after he picks it up. But with 5:02 remaining until halftime, Vineland has an opportunity to tie this ball game up or take the lead.
In addition to the PHS class of 1974 celebrating their 50-year reunion over here to the scoreboard side of the field, we do have a handful of members of the class of 1987 here as well. Being told Pennsauken High School football alumni Scott Benson,
Charles Clark lines up in the backfield.
Jerry Bennett, PHS employee Mr. Finnegan here as well.
With Calderon. Ron Temple, the man in motion. It's handed off to Clark. He finds some space, stays on his feet. And a solid first down run there by Charles Clark. Picks up 5 on the run, so 2nd and 5 here. From the 42. Calderon moves a man in motion, hands it off to Xavion Diaz, and there's not much there on the receiver reverse. Third and 8 now for the Fighting Clan. Under 4 minutes to go until halftime.
Slowly ticking down here in the first half on construction night here at Pennsauken Stadium.
Calderon. He fires, and it's dropped. Don't know what they're going to rule this one.
Let's see what happens here. It looks like the pass is picked off, subsequently fumbled, but recovered by Vineland.
An interception.
On the play, resulting potentially in about a 2-yard gain after the 42-yard line, which would bring up 4th down.
And a fumble. Vineland laid on it, so they maintain possession. They pick up 2 on the double turnover.
It's a change of possession on the interception, and then a change of possession back. High school rules result there in that first down.
All right, so it is a first down now for Vineland. So the ruling is it was intercepted, which is a change of possession, and then a fumble, which is another change of possession. So in high school rules, that is a first down for the Fighting Clan. So a nice break there for Vineland. They'll keep it with 3:16 to go until halftime. Ball spotted at the 42. Calderon bobbles the snap, but he maintains it, fires, and it's incomplete. Don't know how a flag wasn't called there for pass interference.
Looking for a pass down the sideline, incomplete. That's 2nd and 10.
But nonetheless, it's 2nd and 10. .309 on the game clock. Second and 10 here for Vineland. 3:09 on the game clock. Looking to tie this ball game up before halftime. Calderon hands it off. Not much there on the run by Omar Davis. Clock will run now. A big 3rd down here for Vineland. They have to convert here. Or at least get it close enough that it makes it a doable 4th and maybe 2 if you can pick up the 8 yards here. Charles Clark, the running back. It's handed off to Ron Temple on the reverse. He brings it upfield, picks up some hard-earned yards. Picks up 5. So Pennsauken calls a timeout with 2:08 remaining. They have 1 timeout remaining in this half. Vineland also with 1 timeout remaining. 4th and 5 from the 47. Vineland just needs 5 yards here. See what Coach Hendricks and Coach Guzman decide to dial up here out of the timeout. So Vineland will punt here, 4th and 5. A great punt there from Mark Mutcherson. Rayon Carter will down it just outside the 20-yard line. So with 1:55 remaining, Pennsauken takes over on offense. Pennsauken leading 13-7. Pennsauken will receive the opening kick to start the second half. Ball's handed off to Blunt. He picks up 5. Just over a minute remaining here in this first half. Looking to pass. Fired and incomplete. Ron Temple on the coverage. Second and 10 now for Pennsauken. 53 seconds remaining until halftime. Passing. It's complete and out of bounds. They pick up 4. 3rd and 6, 50 seconds to go until halftime. Quarterback rolls out, he fires, and it's nearly intercepted. By Mark Mutcherson. This one's punted away. Vineland will get one more go here until halftime with 36 seconds remaining. First and 10 from the 48 for Vineland. Trailing 13-7. Elijah Calderon. And a flag. False start on the Fighting Clan. That'll push them back.
Lots of laundry on the field, but that was picked up real quick with a 5-yard penalty.
Calderon firing deep and hits his man. Mark Mutcherson with a big-time catch down inside the 10. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Looked like he got it to the 10, but he rolled forward. But they'll mark it at the 12. A great catch here on the sideline by number 7, Mark Mutcherson. And it's 1st and 10 inside the red zone. They mark the ball at the 14. So Vineland can get another first down without necessarily scoring the touchdown. They only have one timeout remaining. So 1st and 10 from the 14. Vineland trailing 13-7, 29 seconds to go until halftime. Big opportunity here for the Fighting Clan. Mark Mutcherson is the receiver to the bottom of your screen. Charles Clark, the running back. Ron Temple, the man in motion. It's handed off to Clark. He reverses upfield. He's still cutting. Charles Clark. And they're going to hurry up here. $12, $11, $10. Vineland's got to go. And a flag. And a false start called after the 2-yard gain. And a lot of time wasted there.
but that's ahead. Indians set to receive the ball to start the second half. Right now the Indians ahead, 13-7.
And they're calling halftime, so a strange sequence there. I thought when a penalty flag gets called, the clock stops, but we'll go into halftime. Pennsauken set to receive the opening kick of the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Varsity Football here, Thursday Night Football on VPS. We'll be back when the second half gets underway. And welcome back, Vineland High School football fans, to Thursday Night Football on VPS. Kyle Bennett here on the call with you from Pennsauken as your Fighting Clan trail 13-7 as this second half gets underway. Vineland received the opening kickoff, so they send this one to Pennsauken. Weird sequence of events towards the end of that second quarter as Elijah Calderon hit Mark Mutcherson for a beautiful passing catch that put Vineland inside the 20 and inside the 15, no less. But a run, and allegedly Vineland didn't have any timeouts remaining. And then a penalty happened, and the clock ran out of time, so Vineland unable to score when they had an opportunity down late there. But it is still a one-possession game as Pennsauken starts this second half with the football on offense. Touchdown from Randall Blunt, and then a strange fumble forward and recovered in the end zone by an offensive lineman from Pennsauken. But a missed extra point is how Pennsauken scored. And then Charles Clark got into the end zone for Vineland to cut it to a one-score game. And was all set up by a Xavier Diaz kick return down to the 13-yard line. It's handed off, and great defense there. By Donnie St. Jean up front there on that interior of this defensive line for Coach Cliff Smith. 3rd and 4. As Vineland looks to have Pennsauken go 3 and out and get possession back here to try to tie this ball game up or take the lead. Third and 4. Looking to pass, fires, completes it. To Jaden Polk for a first down. So Pennsauken keeps the drive alive. No one's handed off. And a good tackle from Xavier Diaz, but a solid run there by Randall Blunt once again. And Blunt picks up the first down. And the pass is incomplete there.
Ladies and gentlemen, we love to welcome to the sideline legendary Coach Tag the second. It's great to see Coach Tag back here on the sideline.
They hand it off. And Blunt found an extra hole there.
14-yard run. Down to the 40. Indians first down.
Hand it off yet again. Vineland's had trouble stopping Randall Blunt all night. Delayed handoff. Still on his feet. Whistles finally blow. Third and 3 here for Pennsauken. Huge down for Vineland to stop any momentum they can. Botch snap, and Vineland catches a break there. It's 4th and 11 now. And Pennsauken will be forced to punt. It's a high punt, not a lot of distance. And Saquon Anderson picks it up and brings it up just shy of the 20. And they'll mark it at the 22-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 22 for the Fighting Clan, looking to tie this ball game up, potentially take the lead with an extra point. They've got to go 78 yards to do it. George Figueroa III is the running back. He's the man in motion. Calderon swings it, and nobody is there. Throws it in between George Figueroa III and Ron Temple. Calderon hit as he throws, completes it to the outside. It's be 3rd and 5 here for Vineland. There's a flag on the play. Not much there on the run.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide there for the Vineland Fighting flag. Holding on the offense was declined.
And the penalty is holding on Vineland. So Vineland will punt. Special teams has been the spark for Vineland. But they need the other phases of this game to come to fruition for them, both on offense and defense. They got to be able to stop number 20 on defense, and the offense has to be able to move the ball down the field. High snap, Mutcherson adjusts. He's being chased. He keeps it, but he slips.
High snap versus Vineland, the fail on the punt. Punter number 7, Mutcherson. Tackled at the
Mutcherson slipped there as he was being chased. And now Pennsauken is set up with a great field position, leading 13-7 late in this third quarter. And it's a great block and into the end zone for his second touchdown on the evening is Randall Blunt.
With another touchdown. Brings the score to 19-7. Official timeout on the field.
And with 4:54 remaining until the end of the third quarter, it's 19-7 Pennsauken.
Watch over the noisemakers, Pennsauken crowd. Penalties can be assessed. We want to make sure we are in the clear.
Player down for Pennsauken. Gets up under his own power. Hopefully everything's okay. And Pennsauken will come on to what I would assume attempt the 2-point conversion. They will go for the extra point. Kick is up and it's good. So with 4:54 remaining in this third quarter, it's 20-7 Pennsauken. And Vineland's got to start figuring some things out on offense and defense if they want to stay in this ball game. Pennsauken will kick off. It's Saquon Anderson, but Pennsauken levels him. So Vineland will take over on offense with 4:45 to go in this third quarter. From the 22, Calderon with a man in motion. It's Mark Mutcherson. He throws, fires, completes it to Xavier Diaz, who cuts up field, but he's taken down from behind. But a great pass, a great catch, and beautiful yards after the catch by Xavier Diaz, and brings it up close to midfield. Ball spotted at about the 47. So a 25-yard gain there. Vineland trailing by 13 to 20-7 late in this third quarter. Calderon moves Mutcherson in motion. Takes the snap, hands it off to Charles Clark, who cuts around. Coughs up the football.
By Vincent Coleman, who came down with the ball. Indians have the ball.
And they say Pennsauken comes up with it. From the last I saw, it looked like a Vineland player dove on it. Not sure how the ball got loose, but Charles Clark with the fumble. And Pennsauken will take over on offense, and this could start getting ugly here. First and 10 from the 46 for Pennsauken. Hand it off. And Mutcherson makes the big boom tackle, but not after Blunt picks up a good chunk of yards there up the middle. Picks up 9. Hand it off yet again. But Vineland's all over it. We'll see. Picks up 3 on the carry.
the 39-yard line. Great way to keep going forward there. Going to depend on the side. Looks like 3rd and inches. Here for the Indians.
Third and 1 here. Under a minute to go until the 4th quarter. Vineland trailing by 2 touchdowns. It's handed off. Vineland does a good job cutting it off, but will it be enough to hold him shy? We'll see where the ball's spotted, but
I have a fever up here, ladies and gentlemen, and the only prescription is for R.J. Blount. Keeps going for an Indians first down.
it'll be a first down for Pennsauken. And I think they're just going to run the clock here to the end of the 3rd quarter. So we'll step aside and we'll be back for the beginning of the 4th quarter. Vineland trailing in this one 20-7. You're watching Thursday night varsity football on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel.
Football alumni, let's see those scores. At the end of the 3rd quarter, the score, Pennsauken 20, Vineland 7. Ladies and gentlemen, just to put this in perspective, through 3 quarters, number 20, R.J. Blount, 189 yards. On 28 carries. Just 11 yards away here from a 200-yard amazing game. Jets and the Patriots start at 0-0. 10 minutes remaining in the first. I hope everybody in the audience knows what the difference between a baby and a Jets fan is. The baby stopped whining after a while.
And welcome back, everybody. 4th quarter here in Pennsauken. Kyle Bennett here on the call with you as your Fighting Clan trailing 20-7 here in the final leg of this opening season 4-game road trip for the Fighting Clan.
Great job by R.J. just to get close to our line of scrimmage area.
We are itching to get back home in front of the Vineland faithful next week at Catone Stadium. But Vineland still has 11 minutes and change to rewrite the script on this game. They're trailing 20-7 here in the 4th quarter. Almost a polar opposite game of last season between these two teams, where Vineland won 3-0, courtesy of a golden leg field goal from Colin Greif. Charles Clark, your lone touchdown scorer for Vineland in this game. As we have a flag. Another quality run up the sideline. But there is a flag.
Holding on the defensive line. Result of the play is an Indians first down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
It's 1st and 10 from the 20 now for Pennsauken. And the ball's loose, and Vineland falls on it. Ron Temple comes up with the loose ball, and Vineland has possession. Good awareness there by number 2, Ron Temple. And Vineland's still alive with 9:48 remaining in regulation of this ball game, trailing 20-7. But they'll have to score on this drive to keep hope going. Need to build momentum. And that's a great juice play. Nothing there. As Calderon was hit as he threw. Real Gregory with the pressure. Again, kind of tough to see the numbers from our vantage point tonight. Pennsauken with a dark red on their numbers along with all black uniforms. Not the easiest combo on the eyes. Temple, the man in motion. Calderon looking to pass. He's firing deep, and it's out of the reach of Xavier Diaz. Incomplete. Taken down. Fourth and 3.
They're going for it.
Fourth and 2. Handoff.
That one depends on the spot. That's close.
See where the ref spot it. And it's a first down, Vineland. First and 10, under 8 minutes to go. Ball at the 34-yard line. Calderon fires, and it's incomplete.
Let's give it up for the Pennsauken band. Let's give it up. Incomplete pass. Sets up 3rd and 10. Sorry, I love the band. What cooler phrase to say about everything I hear in the city? You know why the football stadium is a cool place to be? Because of the fans. Some people got the dad joke. I got the.
Third down here for Vineland. Have to get the ball to the 44-yard line. Calderon looking to pass. He's being pressured. He throws. It's complete to Ron Temple. A great catch by Ron Temple. Man. PA announcer with some of the cheesiest of jokes. In the words of SpongeBob, oh brother, this guy stinks. Calderon rolls out to pass, being pressured. And pass was picked off by Pennsauken. So it's 7:14 remaining in regulation. Pennsauken will take over as the corny dad jokes continue to rumble across the PA announcer. Pennsauken leading 20-7. With the way things have been rolling, that kind of feels like the dagger there for Vineland. Unless they can get a turnover of their own and find a way to move the ball down the field. They've got to do that twice. They trail 20-7 here. It's handed off. Blunt makes his way upfield, still on his feet. Picks up the first down. Pennsauken continues to move the ball on the ground. Under 6 minutes to go. Trainer Dave and company breaking down the medical tent. Just has not been Vineland's night. Haven't been able to stop number 20 from Pennsauken on offense. And the Fighting Clan offense hasn't had much momentum moving the football down the field. Good stop there. Clock continues to run. About to tick under 5 minutes here in regulation. Hand it off again. Vineland's defense there to limit the damage. See where they spot it. And it's short. It's 4th and inches. First and 10 from the 18. Another handoff to Blunt. Game clock now under 3 minutes to go, I'm sorry. Clicks into the 2-minute range. .245 and counting. Hand it off again. And Blunt probably has the first down there. First and goal now for Pennsauken. Vineland has just had no answer for Randall Blunt. As the clock gets ready to tick under 2 minutes to go here in regulation. Hand it off to Blunt. Picks up 3. It's second and goal. Hand it to Blunt. He's in for the touchdown. Not sure why, if you're Pennsauken, you have to go for the touchdown there when you're up by 2 scores and under a minute to go, but nonetheless, they do. It's not like score differential matters in high school football. Could have just took the knee and ended the game, but now we have to have a whole kickoff process and an extra point attempt, as Pennsauken now leads 26-7 with 56 seconds remaining in regulation. And it's through the uprights and good. So with 56 seconds remaining, it's 27-7 Pennsauken.
Brings the score to 27-7 with 56 seconds remaining in the game.
So Vineland will wrap up this 4-game road trip to start their season and split it at 2-2. They win the first 2, lose the next 2, and they will finally be at home next Friday night against Clearview at Catone Stadium for the first time this season. Vineland has not played a regular season game at Catone Stadium in quite some time. They had 2 scrimmages at Catone this summer, but minimal contact in those games, wasn't real game vibes. So they will finally have a home game next Friday right here on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. Be myself and Rich Scarpa up in the booth, the home booth for the first time. Myself and Coach Guzman will be breaking down this game next week on Guzman's Gridiron, the official Vineland High School football coaches show. You can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts and on the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel if you want to watch the show. Be sure to check that out each and every week during the season. There's a nice return there for Vineland. A helmet falls off of Xavion Diaz. And 43 seconds remaining in this one. Before Vineland finally gets to head home for a game next week. Calderon and Charles Clark lined up in the backfield. Calderon mishandles the snap. Pennsauken is given possession. Not sure how. It looked like Charles Clark came up with the football. But with 36 seconds remaining, hopefully we get a knee and this game can come to a close. Be sure to subscribe to the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel, youtube.com/@VLDSchoolsTV, so you don't miss out on any future broadcasts, whether it's sporting events, board meetings, school events, or anything in between throughout the 2024-2025 school year and beyond. Click that bell icon so that you get notified on your device of choice whenever new broadcasts go live. And a big thank you to our executive producer, Doug Diola, and our entire production team for making tonight's broadcast happen from a less than ideal corner here at Pennsauken High School. But this one is going to go down in the books final, 27-7, your score with 10 seconds running off the clock. That'll do it here from Pennsauken. Just wasn't Vineland's night on the offensive side of the ball, and Randall Blunt had himself a game tonight, running up and down on this Vineland defense. A lot to take away from this game as Vineland gets set for their first home game of the season, their home opener next Friday night at Catone Stadium against Clearview. We'll be there broadcasting on the Vineland Public Schools YouTube channel. Be sure to come out and support the Fighting Clan. Thank you to everybody who has come out on the road to support the team over this first 4-game stretch of the season. And once again, big thank you to Doug Diola and our entire production team for making tonight's broadcast happen. Once again, your final score, 27-7. Everybody have a wonderful Friday and wonderful weekend. And we'll see you next Friday from Catone Stadium. And as always, go Vineland.